Finally felt like going back to the coast again, since weather there is way cooler compared to inland Portugal. So I went to Nazare or Nazare. The place is famous among the surfers for some of the highest waves in the world. Unfortunately, it wasn't the wave season yet, so if you ever want to see these monstrous waves, go there in winter season. Also sneaked in this museum for free, just by climbing the wall near the cliffs. It's a bit sketchy climb and not worth the risk since the ticket is probably €2 maximum, but hey, gas prices in Portugal is way too expensive. Also, museum wasn't very interesting anyway, and I didn't have a proper mask. Probably should be in jail for all of this. Well, actually, I'm joking. Anyway, even without the waves, the place is pretty scenic, with epic cliffs and nice beaches. Town has a lot of souvenir shops, if you are into all that jazz. When I climb on these kind of edges, I always imagine how would it feel if that whole rock that I stand on just detached from the cliff and started sliding or falling down. Well, I can say it gets the butterflies in my stomach going. And this is, I think, the main town square. And this is my fancy breakfast. And this is the beach that I parked for sleeping. At this moment, I just felt so grateful that every day I am able to watch sunsets from different beautiful locations. And it feels so right and nice. I even started considering on getting a van and live like that forever. But it's probably not sustainable for the long run, so yeah. And anyway, probably not having this kind of freedom is what makes this experience so nice and beautiful. If I was living like that forever, I wouldn't appreciate it like that. Maybe? I don't know. Next morning got inspired by the surfers to go for a run, be active and move my body in more ways than cycling or walking, which is super rare when I'm traveling. I mean, I could do this kind of stuff every day, but I get so much into exploring that all the practices like reading or working out melts away, since all I do is walk and look for stuff that I haven't seen before. Sometimes I even forget to eat, and when I get dizzy, I'm like, oh right, I need to put some fuel into my body too. A bit out of topic, but it must be cool to be a breatharian though. I wouldn't need to think about food and could just focus on traveling all the time. Wouldn't need to shop. Man, I would save so much money. Interesting. By the way, did you know that breatharians exist and they even have festivals where they all meet and just talk about how they don't eat, or they speak about some deep spiritual experiences, or some crazy alien stories? I know, right? Crazy stuff. The more you know. Okay, moving on to more exploring. It's sad how these days, instead of classic trash like cigarette filters, toilet paper, glass bottles, and some random plastic shit, now we added masks into the mix. What the is wrong with us? This whole place was pretty cool to explore. I never seen such formations before. Later wanted to see some cool beach, but didn't want to pay for parking, so found some road that wasn't on Google Maps. And here is the beach. Now I just need to find my way back to where I parked. And to top the day off, another nice coast location. I mean, the whole coast in Portugal is beautiful, though it's sad that our desire to see beauty actually ruins it. I wonder when will we learn just to tread lightly in this existence and leave minimum amount of trace. Ask the guy who burns fossil fuels to travel around beautiful places. Oh, the irony. Also, just a note, even though all these stones look big and unmovable, sometimes they are in a position where a little bit of extra weight and they can start rolling or moving. It feels pretty trippy when it happens, so just be aware and safe on your explorations.